Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you're back, but we're a mess here. My apologies. The internet here has been really bad today. What's going on? Yeah. What's up, Victor? Yeah, man. Sorry about that, brother. We having some internet issues down here. But if I lose you guys again for the third time, I may just call it for today, and then I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, we hit 2054. We did get that little spike in volume. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Sorry, guys. The internet is coming in and out. I don't know what it's going on. If they're working on the poles outside or something, but pretty nasty. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. I don't think this is it, guys. I really don't. I don't think this is it. I really don't. I think we got a little bit more dropping to do. Perhaps. Yeah, I agree. It's a little too dangerous still. This doesn't have the hallmarks of what I like to see for a reversal just yet, but this morning I was saying the same thing and they gave us all this. I think it's just a little too early and risky to take a trade, but we'll see in a minute. Next trade we're going to take, guys, we're going to try to home run this thing. It's 12 o'clock, so this is when things start to get... Sorry, guys. Not sure what's happening. But I'll keep trying as long as I can. Thank you guys for sticking with me. See, there's something wrong here. Everything seems to be fine. Everything seems to be okay. All right. So, looks like right now we may have a bit of a bull trap forming, in my opinion. I'm not sure if this bull trap is going to reverse here or if we're going to go up to maybe a little bit higher before this thing comes back down. I don't think this is it. I think we got some more downside still. I really do. If we do take a trade today, we're going to try out our TopStep accounts. We're going to go in with 1 micro on each one because I've never taken a copy trade on Tradeify. Just want to make sure that the order goes through correctly, like Crown said earlier. I think we're going to try it out on a micro, just in case we completely botch it and we're wrong. We're not going to be that wrong. So good call on that, Crown. Thank you for that. Yeah, it looks like I may want to dump from here. I may be interested in taking a little short from here, 90, 80. It'd be nice to take from here. Don't think we have seen the bottom yet, guys. I really don't. I think a lot of this has to do with the elections tomorrow. I really think that we could break 20,000 today. I think it might be in the cards. Like I said, over the weekend, Trump's numbers have gone down, and the market doesn't like uncertainty. The market likes certainty. Sure, the market likes Trump a little better too. More of a business-friendly candidate. Let's see what we see. Let's see what we see. Oof, this thing's dropping like a rock, guys. Dropping like a rock. And I don't see a bottom yet. I really do think we might break, we might grab this liquidity that we left behind this morning. But I don't think we'll stop there. I think we're going to pierce 20,000. That's why I'm looking for a short entry now, but it didn't really give me the opportunity to get into a short. I like to enter a short at 2080, have my stop loss above this area here. Right now we're hitting a little bit of a double bottom here. Maybe we'll come up a bit. Then I'll try the short. So, where you want to go? Where you want to go? You want to come up here? Or you want to go outside? You want to go outside? Let me let my dog out, guys. Give me 1 sec. There she is, guys. There she is. When she trades like this, it's a little bit easier to read. But what she was doing up in here was very, very nasty, choppy, non-type of directional movements. I didn't like it at all. If we kind of go back into the 1 minute and show you guys kind of like what I mean. So up in here, got a lot of mixed signals. Right? It's a lot of mixed signals. So obviously it looked like it wanted to make a run for 250. That was pretty clear, right? But getting long on this move wasn't the easiest thing to do. There was a couple of instances where you could have gotten long maybe around the VWAP. But up in here, I was also considering the shorts. So when you see something like this as absorption candle, you start to want to look for shorts. Maybe when you come back into it, like here, come back into it, that would have made for a nice little short. You could have taken that for, it looks like about a 10 to 15 point move there. But then the real short was up here. This was clearly indicated by this sequence of moves here that we got. We got the pump to the upside with volume, fake out candle. And then we've got a little bit of a buyer absorption here that was quickly looking like a topping candle, and then the seller stepped in. So this is where you really wanted to take that trade. That's where I wanted to take that trade. I didn't take it. I wasn't set up yet. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with everything else I've got here, the new accounts. But yeah, that made for a good 200 point move. All along the way down here too, you could have had some trades. Let me show you guys a couple of things here. So whenever you see like these absorptions, right, you want to see what the next few candles do. So you had this buyers trying to absorb, but then buyers are getting kind of weak in this candle, and then buyers completely lost it here. Buyers tried to absorb again, completely lost it here. So this is telling you there's more downside to come. So in this range here, would have been nice to get one of the tops of these candles to ride down. You see some sellers absorbing buyers here, so that's a really bad sign for the buyers. You had some more buyers absorbing sellers and sellers absorbing buyers in here, but the sellers obviously won. You could have got short in here. That's an indication there. Here you tried it again. Buyers tried to absorb, but then sellers won. You could have got short here again. Just a lot of opportunities to get short on this move down, and we're seeing it now too. Buyers tried to absorb, sellers won, could have got short again. Now we're down to 2030 now, guys. So let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen. Sellers are still very strong in here. Sellers are still very strong. My computer kind of having some hiccups. Yeah, a lot more. Still too soon to even think about it long yet. Still might be more downside to go. If you're looking to play the longer time frames, and we look at this move right here, you have the bullish absorption here. Next candle was kind of a doji. Didn't really give you much information. But if you wanted to be a risk taker and you know this is the direction the market wanted to go in because you really believed in a range day today, you could have taken the trade here on this third wick of the candle, and you could have rode that up if you wanted to really play it kind of safe on the bigger time frames. Right now on the smaller time frames, we're seeing them try to reverse it here at 2030, but I don't think that's the level the market's going to really sustain. I'm not looking at a DOM or anything like that, guys. I'm not looking at order. I'm not looking at like what's that called, the heat map. I'm just going off of psychological levels here that make a lot of sense. I'm sure there's a ton of liquidity here. I'm sure there's more liquidity at 20,000, maybe even at 19.9. We'll see. Give me 1 second, guys. And we're back. All right, looks like we're getting a little bit of a move up on the 1 minute here. I don't think this 1 minute is going to be supported for too much of a move up. I could be wrong. This could lead into a huge bounce. But I still think that maybe we have a little unfinished business to do down here in the 20,000 range. Our level to stay below is 2088. If you come up higher, then we're going to be creating more of a bullish structure. If we could pop up above it just for like a few points, that obviously may just be a liquidity grab. But we're going to see what happens in here. Still don't smell a reversal. Okay. So what I'm thinking here is, I still believe in more downside. What I'm thinking here is, if we get to this range here at about 2080, and we start to do a little chopping around, and we see some seller absorption, that could make for a pretty good, decent short into the 20,000 range. That would give us about 60 points, or I'm sorry, about 80 to 90 points, depending on how high we go. So that could make for a very decent short. Very decent short. It may not look like much right now because we've come down pretty far, but if we do reject from this 2080, 2090, that's about almost a 100-point move. I'm thinking that might be more of the play. Since she wants a little more upside before maybe coming back down. If you're a scalper and you're looking for some moves in here, I'll tell you one thing that works pretty well is when you see absorption and then you look at the next candle, it usually gives you an indication of where it's going to go for the next few minutes. So here, buyer absorption, green candle, gave you a little bit of a pump. 2045 up to 2060, pretty decent move, really good move. Let's see another instance here. You know, obviously red candle, pretty decent move. Here, red candle, gave you a pretty decent move down. You know, we can go on and on with those examples. Sometimes it works, and then when you're in a lot of chop, it doesn't tend to work as well. When the move is clear, when the move is trending, it works really well, really well. Hey Victor, if you're still with us, can you do me a favor and just type anything in the chat? Just want to make sure the chat's working. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Because I wasn't sure if we were still connected to the chat since we were disconnected so many times with the internet. This could be tapping out here. This might tap out here. Still too soon to tell. Still expecting more downside. Pretty decent volume all the way down too. I watched this trader one day. He's on YouTube. He said his #1 setup is an 11:30 reversal. He says the market always tends to reverse around 11:30, give or take 15 minutes. So in this case, he's kind of right, but I got to go back and really back test that. But here he was kind of right, maybe off by a few minutes. Had that kind of like 11 to 11:12 reversal in there, pretty close. That's his #1 trade setup. Really interesting. Yeah, I think we're going to get it, Crown. I think this here could be a green candle. This could be high volume here. And then we can, yeah, there it goes. Green candle, turn green. And then maybe from here we dump back down because I don't think it's done with the lower numbers like you said. So I would look for a short here if we get this absorption. We start getting some signals to the downside. I would be looking here for a short. I'm actually going to short that just because I'm pretty confident in it, but we'll see. Just because I was expecting that. I mean, I might be too early. I usually am. I'm usually too early. But I'm going to bring this all the way down to 2010. Maybe 20,004. Let's see. Yeah, maybe it's not done with this range just yet, but this pop and this rejection here made me feel pretty confident with that. So this is the kind of trade I would take in real life. This is the kind of trade that I would definitely take in real life. As a matter of fact, let's give it a shot. Let's see if we've got evaluation mode, sell market, MNQ. Minute. How do we change the time frame? It's crazy. How do I change the time frame? Oh, it's gonna, it took me out. Took me out to the chipper. Let's see, how can we change the time frame? I knew I was gonna be too early to that move, but I'm trying to change the time frame here. Anybody know how to change the time frame on this stuff? I know I did it here. How do you do it? Yeah, I'm so lost when it comes to this. Man, this is retarded. There we go. Yeah, much better. Much better. Okay. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, so we got stopped out on that last attempt. Looks like this market may want to go up from here. Wow. Not something that was, it seemed like a very obvious trade here, right? Too obvious, maybe that's why it's doing what it's doing right now. Maybe it gets rejected at 20,100. Maybe it doesn't get rejected at all. So Victor says we had a big wall there on both the ES at 57.67 and the NQ at 2200, but ES mainly. Yeah, it looks like the ES got rejected pretty hard at those highs. Yeah, the ES got rejected really hard. Major wake up there. Ooh, no. Looks like it may want to go higher. This thing may have seen its bottom. Wow, that would be very deceiving of this market to go higher now. Really? This market wants to go higher? Let's try it. I could be wrong here. Most likely am. But I'm just trying something on the practice account here. We created kind of like a floor here. Yeah, it wants higher. Man, was I wrong? Protect your position as soon as you hit the 21 on the 5 minute. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna protect my position as soon as I hit 300 bucks here. As soon as I hit 300 bucks, I'm gonna protect the position. As soon as it goes to 300 bucks. If I see come back into my price, I may just close manually. We are back at that trend line. We are at that trend line, but my take profit here is right beneath the high volume node, point of control. Looks like it wants that higher level. Yeah. Headed to VWAP. Yeah, could be. Could be we're heading to that VWAP. Yeah, it looks like it's going there. Yeah. Let's see if there's any areas before that. Not really, right? I'm going to move this up closer to VWAP. Maybe move this up to 133. And we're going to protect this position as soon as we can. Maybe we'll protect it now. I'm $10 in profit if it comes back on us. This may come back to bite us in the butt though. Maybe I'm protecting it too soon. One of the reasons I was considering this trade is because, let's see. It looks like it wants to go up now. It looks like it wants to go higher on the 1 minute. And I've been looking at this Heikinashi smooth candles for reversals over the weekend, and it's pretty spot on for at least for a little while. And it looks like it may at least want to run to VWAP with this little indication, but this is why we try this, you know, in real life scenarios to see if it really does work. And I may even want to keep it open, but we'll see. We'll take profits there if it happens. Probably would have been a nice one to take with the M and Qs. Okay, we're right at that trend line from this morning. Looks like it wants to break through that again. One second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, looks like she's getting really close to that VWAP daily open area right there. We may see a rejection from there. I would not be surprised if we did see a rejection from there, just because the that liquidity down there looks so juicy. I would not be surprised if it came for it. If I'm gonna trail my stop just in case this thing wants to dump on us. I'm gonna trail it and see if we can at least walk away with something here if it comes back. Now this is just obviously a practice account, guys, so this is I'm just practicing and trying my strategies here. Yeah, it looks like it wants to come back down. It may bounce from here. It may bounce from this 106. It may bounce from 106. We'll see how this reacts, because this candle looks like it's a stop out candle. It could still bounce from here. We'll see. Let's look at the higher time frames. Ooh, that was a pretty nasty absorption candle. But it looks like it does want to come back up. Try again. Not sure if this is worth trying again. Setup is not as nice as it was last time. I may want to see a little bit better of a setup if we try that again. Yeah, but that's exactly what that looked like. It looks like it was a stop out candle. ES is also making its way up to the VWAP, says Victor. Okay, let's see how this candle closes, and then we'll have a better idea what we're going to do next. Three minutes pretty nasty though. 3 minutes shows a huge rejection. Even though it looks like it wants to try to make that run again. Pretty nasty topping candle there. Yeah. Looks like it wants more upside again. We're going to try it one more time. We're going to bring it down here. Looks like she may want it this time, guys. Looks like she may really want it this time. Okay. We're going to protect the position. And she's a runner. She's going for it. 660, 136 is right there. I'm going to take the profit on it, guys. A lot of front runnage there, I'm sure. See, we need more trades like that. We need more trades like that. Looks like it wants to possibly tap here at the daily opening. I just don't trust those big green volume candles because a lot of times those signify a top out. So I kind of got out of that. Victor, I'm just running some trades here on simulator on paper trade because I'm waiting for my Tradeify account to get set up. And I have my 5 TopStep accounts that I'm looking to trade, but I'm only want to trade the best A+++ setup on those because those are combines I need to pass. So we're going to see if we can catch like a nice 80-point move on those, you know, something nice. We'll see. What I'm happy about here is that those last few trades I've read pretty well, except for the one here that I took a little prematurely. That's my fault. I should have not taken that one as a short here. But I saw this pump and I saw the absorption. I said, you know what, this might make for a good, 20 points. But it wants more upside. It wants the VWAP. Looks like it wanted the VWAP. The 12-minute looks like it's absorbed all the sellers in here, which is pretty strong. If this next candle closes green, we may get a continued pump to the upside. If this next candle closes red on the 12-minute, which is 10 minutes from now, then we could possibly just spill over, which is it's possible. Let's see what's happening here. I think this is still very green on the HA. Welcome to any new viewers here. Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. We did have some stream issues here earlier with the internet, but we're doing okay now. See if we can clean up some of our previous streams here. Private, public, private, public. I don't understand. How am I getting copyright strikes here with literally I have Stream Beats on, which has no copyright issues whatsoever. How am I getting copyright? It's crazy. Alright. Looks like she's rejecting a bit. It says copyright protected content found. The owner allows the content to be used on YouTube. So why is that copyright? Why even mention that? This is not a copyright strike. Okay, then why even say anything? It just bugs me how we get these copyright strikes on the channel, which I think may affect viewership. Not viewership, but maybe the way they show us. Go for lunch, brother. 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm back. All right, looks like she's having a little issues here getting up to the daily open VWAP. I think what she may want to do here is collect a little more steam and possibly then pump up to that level there at the 135 to 140. I would say it's very likely she may come back into this area here, the zone at 100, and then pop up. What do you think, Victor? You think that's something that might happen here? 100, bounce off that level, back up to daily open. Looks like buyers were absorbing the sell pressure in there. Very possible. If I get any indication of that occurring, I may try that long again. Also, I'm getting kind of indications of maybe possible rollover, but we'll see. Buyers getting absorbed here. Oh, Victor's at lunch. Victor's out to lunch. Victor is out to lunch. Sorry, Victor. I may not be here when he gets back. So I'm thinking here, guys, we may get this bounce off the 100. It's because this is a buy and demand area here. Buyers were defending this area big time. It looks here like we might be getting that bounce from here. If we do get that bounce, then I can see us going up to daily open. We got about 15 seconds left to see if this candle closes green. It might make for a decent long. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Well, either way, something's gonna happen here. It looks like I want a little more upside. That is a demand area, so we're gonna consider this to be a demand area all in here. I'm just thinking it might have a quick sweep. That's why I'm kind of holding off here and seeing if it has a quick sweep. If it starts gathering some bullish momentum here and we start seeing buyers absorbing sellers, then I'd definitely go in sooner than wait for this kind of like, I think it might be coming. I think she's coming. I'm gonna try her. Give her a shot. I'm gonna give her that shot. Oh, thank you for subscribing. We have a new sub. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to the channel. Ramus. Welcome to the channel, Ramus. You're very welcome here. Today's gonna be a busy day, busy day. I'm gonna go out and vote today, guys, so I don't catch all those lines tomorrow. So I'm gonna be cutting the stream sometime around 1 something, maybe 1:15. Today's a bit of a tricky day to trade, I'll be honest with you guys, just because there is a lot of insecurity in the market. We're not sure who might end up as president, and the market does not like insecurities. The polls or the Vegas odds or the poly market odds have all kind of shifted over the weekend, so never a good thing for market sentiment when there's no real certainty on what's going on. So we will see. We will see. Either way, though, guys, we believe in this little long right here. We're thinking that we may get a quick little pump up to the daily open. So we have our take profit around there, and our stop loss is right around here. And we're hoping that we don't get tapped out. I think the buying pressure might step in and make for a quick move to the upside. Now, if this thing does come and take us out, it's okay. I'm also expecting there to be a little turbulence in here. It's because it usually is before we get a pop. You know, usually consolidate and then pop. But I really, for some reason, I really don't think we're done with this downside. I don't think we're done with 20,000. We missed all of that liquidity this morning. So I think that this might be a lot of setting up for a possible dump still. Keep that in mind. Thinking that could be very possible for today. I don't trust these moves as far as I can throw them, guys. Not the day before the election. For sure, for sure. Okay, right now we're looking pretty decent. Looking pretty decent. The volume's kicking in on the candle now. We're going to go to break even on this trade. And go to break even on that. And we're hoping that we get a little pump still. A little pump, just a little pump to the daily. Just a little pump to the daily. Come on, you can do it. A little bit more. A little bit more. Now, let me show you guys the logic behind this quick trade that I just took here, and I might close this out early if it starts coming back against us. The logic behind this trade was the following. Okay, this yellow candle in here signifies that buyers are absorbing sellers. So this is the demand, definitely a demand zone in here. Okay, so then we got this little pump, and then usually what the market likes to do is it likes to come back and stop people out. So I was expecting a little stop out. So when we got here, we have sellers absorbing buyers, but we're also in a demand zone. So usually when I see a candle like this, I like to see what the next candle does in order to kind of pick direction. So the next candle came out green. So that tells me that, hey, we might have caught our bounce. So when I saw the third candle also started to form green, I took the long there. I saw some strength there. I took the long there. And I had my stop loss down in this area, which is pretty safe. So right now it looks like it wants to kind of make that little move up to the daily open. And if it doesn't, it's okay. We're in slight profits, and we'll close it out manually if it does come after us. So we'll see. We'll see. Welcome to all the new viewers. Thank you for all the likes. Really appreciate you guys. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a pump here, maybe to the daily open. Then we might be getting that rejection from there too. Just keep that in mind. Could be getting a rejection from there. I don't know what I have here. Looks like I have a, what is that? Oh, it looks like I have an anchored VWAP. I have an anchored VWAP there. have an anchored VWAP at 140. I don't know if that anchored VWAP is going to do anything, but it's just more resistance up here. It's just more resistance for us. Right now, we're currently trading at the high volume node of the day, exactly at that number. The market likes to keep the price there, so we can expect a lot of chop around this area. So because of that, we may want to, look about taking these profits if we, looks like it wants to come back against us. Looks like it wants to come back against us a little bit. What do we do here, guys? What do we do? You know what we're going to do? We're going to move our stop loss up to the last little wick there. If it comes back against us, we'll take 230 off this trade. Or if it pumps right now and goes in our favor, it'll be more like 8 and change, but we'll see. Okay. So since we are at the high volume node of the day right now, it likes to keep price there. That's when price is in balance. That's a fair price is what the market tells you when it hangs out in that area. So right now we're hanging out in that fair price area, 129, 130. So whenever we do deviate out of this area and we go either a lot higher or we go a lot lower, what tends to happen is it kind of reverses back to those areas. It likes to be in those areas because that's where price finds its equilibrium, where price kind of says, okay, well, that's fair for the market. We want to conduct business in here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So it might hang out here for a while is what I'm saying, because we got the daily, we've got the VWAP, we've got that anchored VWAP, we got the high volume node, and we've also got this trend line from this morning that I don't even know if it's valid anymore. I think I might just get rid of it because it's kind of looking like too much stuff on the screen. But we'll see. Welcome to all the new subscribers too. I see there's a lot of new people today. Welcome to all of you. So we have Ramus, our newest subscriber. Welcome to Ramus. Welcome to all you guys. Not sure if you guys have voted yet, but I'm going to be going to vote today in probably like the next 15 to 30 minutes. I'm going to go head out. And lucky for me, there is a voting station right here in my community where I live in my development. So I only literally have to drive like 3 minutes to get there. So that's going to be awesome. All right, so this is my thought process here, guys. We're seeing buyers getting absorbed right now on our 1 minute. Seeing buyers getting absorbed there, and what I'm thinking here is that we may reject from this area and come down to grab this liquidity down here. I'm strongly thinking that, I really am, that we may come down. But if we don't, we'll play this thing level to level, and we'll see if perhaps we can find any indications in here that maybe this price wants to continue up. So right now, with the indications I look at, and you guys may be looking at some of these candles that have different colors. So I'm going to give you a quick breakdown. So let me go over here on my 12 minute, and I'll show you here this yellow candle signifying that this is buyer absorption. Buyers are absorbing sellers. So if we look at the CVD, which is the cumulative volume for that area, we see in here that we had negative delta. If you see there's a little red indication here, which means that there was more sellers than buyers during this time, but the buyers were aggressive enough to bring up the price. And so the next candle was also bullish. So this indicates to me that this could possibly have a little more oomph in it, right? So we got about 8 minutes left in this candle, but it's getting rejected right now. So that candle could end up being, maybe like a flat candle like this, like a topping candle. It may end up becoming like that. And if we see that, it may signify that we have a little bit more coming down to do. So when we see this on the bigger time frames, we go to the smaller time frames over here on the left, and we check out what's going on. We say, okay, well, let's take a quick look here. Take a quick look here. And this pink candle here signifies that we had a large amount of volume coming down. Large volume, okay? Nothing to do with any absorption or anything, just high volume. These green candles, these bright green candles, they have a high volume on the way up, okay? So just so you guys kind of see. And these purple candles means that sellers are absorbing buyers. Yellow candles means that buyers are absorbing sellers. So right now, it looks like we're trying that area again, that daily open, all the way up to about 148, where we just kind of, or 146, where we kind of just topped out. We want to see some kind of a reaction here. What I mean by that is, I want to see either sellers absorbing buyers, as you can tell by the cumulative volume delta here. The delta is the difference between buying and selling. So as you can see down here, that buyers are really pushing right now. They're really trying to get this price up. Okay, they're trying their hardest. But if you start seeing red here, it means that sellers are coming in and sellers are starting to reverse this. But what I want to see as a topping signal is first I like to see high volume spikes, which we got. We got a high volume spike here. We may get another one. Yeah, it's not out of the cards. We can get another high volume spike. And then I like to see seller absorption. So let me give you guys an example of that when that happened today. Actually, let me leave this here. Okay, let me just leave this here. Okay, let me give you guys a perfect example of what that would look like. So we come up here. It's our 1 minute chart. And I'm going to show you when that happened today. Okay, this is the top. This is where we just topped out recently, just a little while ago. We had that high volume spike, signified over here with this green candle. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Then we got a yellow candle here, which means that buyers were absorbing sellers, but that doesn't always mean that it's going to continue to go up. What it means sometimes is this will lead to buyer exhaustion. As you see from the next candle that came, the sellers won that battle. So here would have been a perfect time to get in that trade. So it works. It works really well. So Victor's back. She's going to need a lot of effort to push higher now. Maybe a couple of attempts without passive sellers being able to lower the limit orders or Warren Buffett pressing the buy button. Warren's been sitting this one out, dude. Warren hasn't even bought back his own company stock. Warren said, I think he's, obviously a very intelligent person. He usually likes to buy back his Berkshire Hathaway stock, but they passed on it this time around. They did not buy any stock. They're not buying any stock back right now. Plus, they've sold about 60% of their Apple shares, which is pretty crazy. I mean, to unload that much. A lot of people were thinking that he was unloading his Apple shares because he was for tax purposes. But he just has continued to sell and sell and sell, which means that either he thinks the market has topped out, and he's going to buy back when the market eventually crashes, or maybe this is just a preventive measure for him, since the election is going to be very uncertain. And either way, whoever wins, well, hopefully we know who's going to win, but whoever ends up winning, I think the market is going to take a dump either way, just because, I mean, if it's good news that we get, I think the good news might be baked in. If we get bad news, then bad news may make this market also drop. So either candidate could affect this market down to the downside, and I think that's what Warren is kind of betting on. So we're seeing that absorption now. So I'm thinking that we may want to start looking at a possible short here. Maybe not just yet. We're gonna sit tight because we still see that we still have a bullish trend. Going. Thank you guys for all the likes. I really appreciate the likes and the new subscribers. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Victor in the chat here is a very talented, skilled trader. If you guys have any questions for him, he's the man. He taught me about this anchored VWAP thing that seems to be working out pretty damn good. As you can see, Victor, I still have your anchored VWAP on the screen, and it came right to it, and it bounced off of it, brother, like to almost to $1, which is crazy. I've anchored that VWAP from the lows, so we'll see. Yeah, this is looking pretty dumpy, guys. Orange, man, I want to hear from you more, brother. You're in here all the time helping us out. If I'm not mistaken, aren't you from Norway? If I remember you correctly. Oh, that was you. Eloava. Was that you from Norway? What's up, Mark? Thank you for joining us, brother. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. We're over here trying to make a couple bucks, trying to figure out our way through these markets. It's not going to be easy the next few days, I guarantee you that. We have Jerome Powell with a Fed rate decision on Thursday, so that could really shake up the market. I am not going to be trading that afternoon, I'll tell you that much. 1 second, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. So Alpha Omega is asking me. I love the name, by the way, Alpha Omega. I'm a big believer. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus is our Lord and Savior, man. I love the name Alpha Omega. So what I'm using here is just TradingView. I have in the background, I do have my Tradeify ready to go when I see something that I really like, because I have 5 combines that I'm trying to pass. So I will take a trade there. Right now, I'm just forward testing my strategies with Victor here, and that's what I'm using. I just like to color code the way I trade. So I make these candles different colors to indicate different things. Pink means there's a lot of volume down. Green means there's a lot of volume up. Yellow is buyer absorption. Purple is seller absorption. And then here we just have the CVD. So that kind of keeps me knowing what's going on at all times without having to look in too many places. Also looks like we might be getting that reversal. Seeing the absorption happening here. What's up, Mega Michael? Thank you for subbing, brother. I really appreciate that. This is kind of a new channel. We've been, I've had this channel for about 3 years. I used to cover crypto TA on here, but I stopped trading crypto just because of the illiquid markets, and I gravitated towards futures a couple years ago. So this year I'm taking it really seriously on a full-time basis. So we are here streaming it, and I recycled the same channel. The channel was called Culture Crypto before, and now it's called Smooth Trader. Appreciate you guys being here. So we've only been live streaming for about 3 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. In those 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, I managed to blow 20 fast track trading accounts. I was doing really good. We're up about 50,000 on them, but I literally had a super tilt session on Friday, man. I really outdid myself. If you guys want to check out my tilt from Friday, go right ahead and check that out on the channel. We have it here, and I learned a lot from that experience, though. But thank you guys. You're from Orange County, California. Beautiful, dude. Very nice area. A lot of good people in there. Malibu Beach. You've got I visited there not too long ago. Maybe like two. Maybe no, actually it's been longer. Maybe 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago. Went out there on a business trip, and I fell in love with it, dude. Really fell in love with it. Beautiful area there. Too bad it's located in California. That's the only downside. The beautiful county, though. I think it's like the only gem within that whole area. I think there's a lot of like nonsense right outside of all that area. So it looks like she may want a little more, but this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. The pump before the dump. The volume kicks in, then you get the absorption, and then possibly that sets you up for the short. So I'm gonna try this short real quick. Remember, guys, I'm trading here just on a paper trade. All right, we're just testing out our strategies, and I'd be taking this trade anyway, every day of the week. I'm just practicing right now some of the things that I've been seeing in the market, and it looks like it's working in our favor right now. So we see that pump come in, we see the absorption, we see the dump working out pretty well. If it does come up again, I would add to it. I really do feel like that is the top for right now. That's the way that the market likes to set up shorts, which is they like to sell from the very, very top. So you pump it, you get everybody excited, you trap longs, and then you come down. That's kind of what I'm seeing there. I am what I am. They weren't going to pay you anyway. Yeah, they weren't going to pay me anyway. And you know what's funny is that I prayed that morning, and I always try to remember to pray. And I feel like God was just cutting me loose, cutting me loose from that possible stressful situation, because we were shooting for a 40K payout. We were more than halfway there. We were 9 days into trading. We were at 50K, but I needed about 45. I needed about 90K in the account to take out the 40K. So we were at 50K, and I think that you're right. I think maybe I would have never gotten paid, and that would have probably hurt me more and taken up more of my time. So I do totally agree with you. I think it might have been a blessing in disguise. Better to trade under the prop. New sub here. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate you. Yeah, what I'm doing is I have these five accounts here with TopStep that I'm going to be hopefully trading and passing. And then I also picked up a Tradeify account We took profits on that too. That was a nice trade. We also have this Tradeify account, 150 Tradeify account here. So I'm just waiting to this to get activated. We took this one. We opened this one yesterday. So we got a straight to funded, which we'll be trading 3 contracts on this. And then we've got our TopStep, which is we're going to be trading 5 accounts, 1 contract each most likely. And then we'll hopefully make some money with these. Yeah, thanks for all the new subs, man. You guys are awesome. It looks like we have a new leaderboard, new leader on our what is that called? I think it's called the boss. Looks like Nicholas Robinson is our new boss. That's a newer subscriber. So congratulations, dude. They'll have to knock you off from here. If people keep subscribing, they knock you off at times. Very nice, very nice. Pretty cool little overlay. All right, so what do we got next here? All right, so this purple candle we have showing up right now shows that sellers are still absorbing buyers. So I wouldn't be looking for any reversals just yet. Let's look at the Heiken Ashis and see what they're doing. Yeah, the Heiken Ashis have now turned red, which is also signifying that we may have topped here. So again, any pops, you may want to consider shorting from here if you're looking for shorts. Really cool little indicator if you guys have never used that before. Somebody from here from the channel put me onto them, and I looked it over the weekend. It's pretty spot on, man. Very spot on, especially on the 1 minute time frame, or even 30 second, 15 second. Pretty spot on. All right, so right now we had that seller absorption. Next candle still looks bearish. I think our next stop here might be this 100 mark, because there was a buyer demand area here. So if we come back to this 100 area, if it doesn't hold, then we may come down to 20 grand, guys. I really do think that's in the cards. Really do. What's up, Migs G? Thank you for joining us, brother. Really appreciate you guys here. Starting to build a nice little community here of traders. All we're looking to do, guys, is just help you guys get through it together, man. I mean, some days we need each other. So like I did on Friday, man. I was pretty beat up on Friday. I really was more, I was really more disappointed in myself mentally, because I hadn't done that in a long time. Then I was mad about losing the accounts. I was just disappointed in myself. I've blown 100 grand on crypto trades. I've blown 20 grand trading real live accounts. And those never hurt as much as what I did on Friday, just because I thought I was past that. I thought I was past going on tilt. But Friday's session really got me really good, man. Got me good. I don't know how I was able to do that again, but I did. I guess that means that we always have to work on ourselves every single day and not think that, we're a different person. We got to admit that we have those weaknesses. We all do. So I think that's where I kind of slipped up. I was like, not me. I'm not going to tilt. There's no way. I tilted pretty bad. But like my friend here said, they weren't going to pay me anyway. And I think he's probably 100% right. So we're going to come down here to see that 100 level. It looks like we're getting there pretty quickly. Again, to reiterate, we had these 2 bearish absorption candles here. This means that the sellers were absorbing the positive delta that you see here. Sellers absorbed that, and now they're whacking them. So if I was looking for a trade to get short, quite possibly this is a nice one to hold. You might be wanting to hold this thing, because I do think we're getting back to 20,000. If we pierce, which we just did, we pierced that 100. If this doesn't hold, yeah, it might be lights out. Let's look at our 3 minute here. Oof, look at the volume coming in now, guys. This is a straight shot to zero. Really big bearish candle up here. Red candle after that. That means that tells you kind of the direction the market wants to head in. Our 12 minute kind of says the same thing. So, woof, very nice, very nice. Guys, I do have to do my civic duty today. I hope you guys are as well. I'm going to go vote early today and get that out of the way. Not out of the way, but I don't want to have any lines tomorrow. So I'm going to go vote today. Hope you guys are all going to do the same thing if you're within the United States and you're legally allowed to. And yeah, man, I want to get that out of the way, because tomorrow I'm going to be streaming all day, because I'm expecting major volatility. Maybe even the evening session, I may stream just to see what's going on because we do get, sometimes we get results on Tuesday night. No, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, we start getting some results on Tuesday nights. Oh, you're in the Bay Area. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to cut out on a few. I hate to go, man, because right now it seems like you guys are really um, chiming in, man. I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but I will tell you what my trading plan would be for the remainder of the day. And I'm sure Victor maybe is gonna agree here. I was looking for the reversal from here, just because we had the high volume node, we had the daily, we had the VWAP, and we had the anchored VWAP. There was a lot in here, right? So I'm thinking this morning we missed last week's lows. We missed it by like a few points, and we still haven't even tapped the psychological level of 2,000, and I mean 20,000. I'm sure there's a ton of liquidity down there. So I'm thinking we get down to this area today, possibly breach 20,000, maybe 19 high nines, if that's what the market wants to do. And another reason why I say that is because there's a lot of uncertainty in the election right now. It looked like a shoo-in for Trump up to a couple of days ago. And over the weekend, Poly Markets and Kashia, and or what is that called? Kaishi, all those betting markets are seeing Trump losing his edge. And so the market may not like that. The market doesn't like uncertainty. And Trump's a friendlier candidate when it comes to the market. So we may see this thing kind of tank into the election. So just keep that in mind. Not that it will happen, because obviously what everyone thinks is going to happen, the opposite happens. Yeah, be aware of the market shenanigans. We'll try to catch you again. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be here. We're here every day. If you guys want to tune in, we're here from 9 pretty much until either I have to pick up my daughters, or on the days that I don't, then I'm here to market close. Let's see what we do though. Yeah, so that's my idea right now. Looks like we're recovering some of these imbalances in here, because when you have a big volume candle like this, usually you have imbalances in here. So let me kind of show you guys what I mean. Not only is it cleaning up imbalances, but it's probably also taking out people's stops. All right, it doesn't look like we have too many. Oh yeah, we do. Let's see. Yeah, all of this, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but all of this has imbalances up into the 116, 118, 120. So all the way up to 120, there's imbalances. So if this whole candle might get recovered to just drop again. Let's keep that in mind. This whole candle might get recovered. Okay. Man, you guys are the awesomest, man. Thank you so much for the likes. We appreciate you guys. Well, I do have to cut out because I got to go do my civic duty, guys. And, you know, if you're not going to participate in part of the solution, then you can't argue or complain about the problem. So I'll see you guys tomorrow here at 9 o'clock, 9:15. I'll be here streaming pretty much all day tomorrow, hopefully, until I have to pick up my girls. And then I'll hop back on later on after that. Thank you guys so much. This is not options. This is the futures market. But please, if you want to know about options, I'm sure there's a couple guys in here that'll probably help you out with that. Just ask any questions in the chat. I'll help you out. Well, thank you guys. See you here tomorrow morning at 9:15. And I wish you all the best. Safe trading. See you tomorrow.